Welcome everyone to another episode of Reese's Roundup. I'm your host. By now, you should already know, the Lightning Kid himself. And today, the trade deadline has finally passed. Where did everybody go? Let's break it down. Now, I'm not going to talk about everybody being traded because not everybody's important, but we'll talk about some of the big trades. Like, first and foremost, my Memphis Grizzlies trading away Marc Gasol. Now, at first, I was a little bit upset, but Gasol really hasn't been playing the way he used to play in recent years. So, if it was between Mike Conley and Marc Gasol, I'd rather have Gasol being traded. And I'm glad that he went to a good contending team because I have no ill will toward him. I know he's going to play really well out there, and I know he will do okay. Who we got back in return? We got Jonas Valanciunas, who I hear is a fantastic player, or a decently good player. DeLon Wright, CJ Miles, and a 2024 draft pick. So we're gonna have to wait some time to see who that turns into. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we got like good named players. Like we got like some solid role players, but that's about it. But I think the Raptors got themselves a good player in Gasol. Next, you got a 3-team trade. You had Thon Maker to the Pistons, Nikola Mirotic to the Bucks, and Jason Smith, Stanley Johnson, and 4 second-round picks to the Pelicans. Now, this is good for the Bucks. This is a good deal for the Bucks because the Milwaukee Bucks need more shooting. Giannis can't shoot as efficiently as like Middleton, or even Bledsoe's not really that good of a shooter, but now they add Mirotic, who's a good stretch, and I think that'll definitely help them in their push to the finals. So this is a good trade for the Bucks, especially getting rid of Thon Maker, who hasn't really been playing to his potential since being picked up by them. The 76ers trade Markelle Fultz to the Orlando Magic. Now, Markelle Fultz is trash. Let's not beat around the bush here. So getting rid of that dead weight was good, especially since they got Jonathan Simmons in return. Jonathan Simmons is a good player. With the Magic, he wasn't as good, but with the Spurs, he was like a really, really good player. So he'll have a nice little role to fill with the Sixers, and he'll help with that rotation. Next, you got the Memphis Grizzlies again, trading Garrett Temple and JaMychal Green for Avery Bradley to the Clippers. Now, I like Avery Bradley. He's one of my favorite defenders in the league. So I was really glad to see that we got him because, you know, now he gets to play for my team. One of my favorite defenders playing for my team. That's really cool. Getting rid of JaMychal Green, I was not that big of a fan of. I think JaMychal Green was a good player. He helped with the rotation coming in for Jaren Jackson when he went out. I don't know. I didn't like getting rid of JaMychal, but, you know, taking Avery Bradley was a solid pickup. So I think that was a good deal for the Grizzlies. He fits nice with his defensive-minded mentality. So I think he'll fit well with Memphis. Next, you got the Mavericks trading Harrison Barnes to the Sacramento Kings. Now, this was a really good move for the Kings. The Mavericks only ended up getting Justin Jackson and Zach Randolph in return, but I think the Kings are young. They're a good playoff potential team at the moment, and they need that extra scorer in Harrison Barnes. So I think they got themselves a good deal in that trade. You got the 76ers getting Tobias Harris in a trade from the Clippers. Now, this was shocking because Tobias Harris has really been playing well in LA. So to get rid of him, that was kind of a head scratcher. They also ended up getting Boban Marjanovic, and they ended up trading Wilson Chandler and Mike Muscala and some draft picks. So not really a didn't really get rid of that many good players, but they got back good players in return. So Tobias Harris, you put him into the starting rotation with, I mean, you've already seen it. It's worked out. They've just beat the Warriors recently with that lineup. So it's a good move for the Sixers in the long run, trying to get to the playoffs and maybe even the finals. And last but not least, you got Kristaps Porzingis. I know this was before the trade deadline, but I never really got a chance to talk about it. Kristaps Porzingis being traded to the Dallas Mavericks, along with Courtney Lee and Tim Hardaway Jr. for Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, and a couple of picks. Now, oh, and Wes Matthews. Now, I think this was a really good move for the Knicks. Listen, Kristaps Porzingis was not happy in New York, even though he was injured. I mean, the Knicks were just not. They weren't doing anything to build around him. And getting back DeAndre Jordan, who's an all-star, getting Wes Matthews, who's a good rotation player, and getting Dennis Smith Jr., who's young and he can prove himself. Like, he has the potential to be an all-star, future star. I think you can build around those guys rather than Porzingis, because you really can't build around big men like that. But the Mavericks did get, once Porzingis is healthy, if he returns back to his, unicorn ways, I think him and Luka Doncic will be a pretty good pair. But I think the Knicks won this one in return. They get young guys, they get an all-star in DeAndre Jordan, and they get draft picks and a good rotation player in Wes Matthews. If they could have kept Tim Hardaway, that would have even been better, because Tim Hardaway's been playing really well. So I don't know. I think the Knicks, I don't know. I think the Knicks did what they needed to do. They also freed up a whole lot of cap space as well to sign 2 players to max contracts. And from what I've been hearing, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are already on their way. So we'll see. And they might even get Zion. So who knows? The Knicks are looking really good right now in terms of the future for next season. So we'll see how that goes. But let me know what you guys think about the trade deadline. Did anybody go to where you wanted them to go? Leave it in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next week. I'm out. Peace.